Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan, which is false Israel, the thief, the one who has stolen your identity, stolen your ID, your birthright, your image, the one who has destroyed and dismantled your image, your reputation, the one who has invested 100% in your destruction. Satan. And how do I know that false Israel is Satan? Well, because not only does their actions show who they are, we know the messenger had proclaimed that we were the seed of Abraham. And when they found out who we were, they created Satan. They put Satan. They countered our claim by putting Satan in Palestine. So, with that being said, that doesn't tell you that they're Satan, but they're against God's people, which makes them against us, right? Claiming to be us. And what does it say about those claiming to be something that they're not? See, because they're claiming to be us. So the 7 churches tell you exactly who Satan is. It says the synagogue of Satan. Satan, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. So, false Israel are the ones claiming to be something that they're not. They're claiming to be Jews. They're the ones with synagogues, right? It says what? Synagogue of Satan. The blasphemy, violation of God, an act against God, speaking, saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. You see? And it says what? As many ones as not are having the teachings of this, who not they knew the things deeper to Satan, that Satan would disguise himself as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan, who has stolen your identity, who has blinded the minds of those who do not believe in this message. They are unable to see the glorious light of the good news. They don't understand the message which is the teaching of this, the 7 churches. You see? Because Satan is a God of this world, which he has deceived those into believing that he is indeed God's chosen people, which the structure of this reality is set on. The world is centered around the idea that the world is structured around the idea that false Israel is God's so-called chosen people. But we know that they're not. we know that they're not who they claim to be. And they've stolen our identity. You see? They're Satan. And they were intentionally set up to prove that we weren't the true seed of Abraham. And they were. Like I said, when the messenger came, he proclaimed that we were. So America and Britain, they countered his claim by setting him up, setting false Israel up to protect themselves from being discovered as people who torture God's true people. Us, the black men and women of America. You see? So false Israel is not who they claim. They're not the true seed of Abraham. They're false. They're Satan, who was set up by these devils to steal our inheritance, rob our nation, ruin our image, destroy us. And that's what they do day in, day out. They're the ones who made profit off your misery. They're the ones who fully invested in the slave trade. They invested in your servitude and affliction. They invested in blackface, making fun of you, making fun of your condition, making fun of your position. You see? Making fun of you being made miserable and oppressed. They made money off making fun of you. And not only that, they're the ones who have you acting other than yourselves, receiving bad information, hearing bad information, hearing and seeing bad information, which you are receiving. They're the ones who have you making error, committing fornication and eating things sacrificed to idols, taking in bad information and acting other than self. That's what the 7 churches say, which proves in their actions, because they run Hollywood. They run the mainstream media, which controls what you hear and see. They're the ones that approve it. They're the ones that's over the demons. And it says in the 7 churches that they are in collaboration with the demons, that the demons had the same agenda, that they were the ones in connection with teaching them how to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed to idols. They're the ones who was throwing themselves in our direction to fall cause. They were the fall causers of our downfall. They're the ones who were in our way, who Satan, false Israel, allowed to be in our way. You see? They're the ones who are allowing them to be our role models, be in front of us as, right, as the ones we look up to, as our, what do you call it? Well, role models, like we said. They are the role models. They're the ones that we look up to. They're the ones that's in position to destroy you. You know, the black-faced demons, black-faced devils. They're demons, half devil, half man, from the rape of the black woman. They're master's children, and they're in the position to destroy you. They get paid to destroy you. They get their job is to make you believe that one day you could be in their position, but you can never be in their position because they have the same mind as their father, which you don't. And his world was designed for them and these devils. So they always leave you wondering if you ever make it in this American dream, which they have you supporting and pushing full time, which is tailored to your destruction. So you see these celebrities, they're not your friends, they're not your homies, they're not for you. They're for Massa. They're doing exactly what Massa wants them to do. Paint the picture that you could be successful and you can make it in this reality, but you never could. You never will. You can never make the money they're making. You can never be in the position they're in because you'll always be in the field. And they always be in Massa's house. House Negroes. Demons. You see? And they're working with Satan. Satan allowing them to destroy you. Satan is the one approving them to destroy you. He's the one approving the music you listen to, what you watch on television. He's the one telling you his vision, telling you the vision that's going to destroy you. You see, having your children listen and watch things that's destroying them, just manipulating their minds and controlling their decision making. You see, which is destroying our nation. So don't don't believe that these people love you, because they don't. Their actions prove it. They all hate you. You see? And their job is to make you look silly, make you like a bunch of clowns, ruin your reputation, destroy your credibility. You see? Make you look like fools, uneducated savages, pimps, hoes, drug dealers, whatever. You see? Anything that's unhonorable, making you look real silly. That way nobody would ever believe that false Israel stole your identity. So when you try to come and say, hey man, dude stole my ID, he stole my identity, they'll look at you as if you were a damn clown. They wouldn't believe it. They're not going to believe you. They're going to go along with the image, the representation that you have. And they're not gonna believe any of that. You don't fit the description of a seed of Abraham. You don't fit the description of a seed of Abraham. I mean, of a Semite. You don't fit the description of a chosen people. Look at y'all. You bunch of whores, bunch of homosexuals, punks, clowns, uneducated fools. But we're not. That's what Master turns us into. That's what they have us pushing. That's what the demons are doing 24/7, showing you that image so you can mimic and mock it and become it. You see, they're pushing 24/7 to keep you programmed. And the moment that you try to come outside the programming, then they try to attack you. Well, they don't try, they do. They do attack you. They try to keep you within the programming, or if not, they just get rid of you. You see? So, brothers and sisters, you have to stop pushing this American dream. You have to wake up from this dream, because you're in a nightmare. These people are trying to eliminate you because they have this lie going that's keeping them going, that's keeping them in power. And it's time for you to wake up, and it's time to go home. It's time to get out of this nightmare that you're in, that you think is fantastic, but you know it's not, because you feel it. You see it. You know what's going on. You just need to be reminded. These people hate you, and they don't want you to thrive, because they're not telling you your vision. And it says what? A people without a vision will perish. And so they don't give you a vision. And that's the demon's job. The pastors, the preachers, the activists, the spiritual leaders, the so-called people that give a damn about you, right? But why don't they tell you about the Abraham covenant? Why don't they tell you that you had a reward? Why don't they tell you it's time to go home? Why don't they tell you that master is the devil? Why don't they tell you about these? Well, they can't tell you about the demons, because they are the demons. They're master's black-faced children who were taught by the Europeans to teach you and tell you certain things and keep you out of the loop of certain things, because they can't say all these things, because their job is to keep you brainwashed, keep you under the devil's thinking level, keep your level of thinking low, keep your vocabulary low, keep your thoughts illogical, hit you up with fairy tale, make-believes, philosophies, crap, Christianity, stuff that you can't prove, heaven and hell when you die, terrorized and tortured for eternity in hell, waiting for Satan to burn you alive and torment and rip your skin off for eternity. You see? That crap, which is terrorizing you psychologically, terrorizing your mind, making your heart weak, which if you got a weak heart, you got weak thoughts. It's all these things is tailored to destroy you, destroy your brain, keep your level of thinking low, to maintain their control over you. You see? So the demon's jobs is likewise of masses. They're one and the same, which is to get rid of you, destroy you. You see? And our people don't know. Our people don't know these things, because one of the reasons why is Louis Farrakhan, son of a devil, a demon, a devil in black skin, who has destroyed the Nation of Islam and has ruined that platform has ruined that nation, has ruined the nation, which was a organization to help blacks lift up out of the miserable condition they're in and learn how to do for self, learn how to become producers, learn how to learn about their vision, learn about their knowledge of self, learning how to do for self and get out of this miserable condition that they're in and prepare to go home. But he has torched it. He is a FBI informant in a wheelchair, claiming to be you, but he's not. He's a devil in black skin who's giving you the devil's mind, who's telling you that the devil ain't the devil. That's not the messenger's teachings. Telling you that you're not going anywhere. That's not the messenger's teachings. Telling you that you're sinful. And it says when that's not true, you're blessed. That's why it says the accuser of our brother will be casted down. See? And he's going to be out of here soon. You see? He's going to be destroyed soon. For robbing a nation. For robbing God's nation. For living off the members. For sucking the members dry. Being a human leech. You see? Because he's a devil. Son of a devil. But either way it go, these are the things that they do to keep us down. They have their demons around you. Look like me and you, but they're not us. They're cancers to our communities. That's why so much hate in our community. Because there's people that look like me and you, but they're not us. They're devil in black skin. So their nature, we don't have the same nature. You see? And two natures can't coexist in the same environment. So it always look like it's black on black crime, but it's not. We're fighting devils in black skin. You see? However, everyone is in on your destruction because keeping you down is keeping them lifted up. So the fact that you're lifted up is keeping them. I mean, if you ever lift up, then that means they have to come down. So no one is willing to give up their positions. You understand? So Satan's going to continue with this lie. And everyone's going to, America and Britain and these demons, they're going to continue pushing for Satan. Because if Satan reality ends, their reality ends. Because they're the ones hiding behind Satan. So, false Israel is going to keep this lie going. They're going to keep these things moving and grooving. You see? To keep you down. To keep themselves lifted up. But that's what we're here for. That's what the 7 churches is for. That's what the 7 thunders is for. That's what the messenger of the covenant is doing. That's what the Almighty God is doing. You see? About to break this reality. About to break this, these lies. You see? That's what the messenger did. Told the truth. Hit them hard with the truth. Told them about themselves. Told our people about who they was. Told them about complete separation. You see? Tell us about our power. Getting the hell out of here. You see? Telling you that your power is in getting the hell out of here. Separating from these devils. You see? Learn how to do for self. Learn how to, learn how to do that. You know? You see? And the message of the covenant is coming to give. He's here giving you the wisdom behind all these things. The mathematics, the consequence. Telling you that you are the one in control of everything that happens to you. That we have to wake up and get our third knowledge of self. Get this understanding. Get the hell away from the devil. You see? Remind you of your covenant. Remind you of your vision. Giving you back your vision. Giving you back your power. Teaching you about discipline. Telling you about this. Giving you this. You see, giving, not taking. Giving. And Almighty God here is preparing a way. Everything you see happening in the Middle East is preparing a way for you to return back home. You understand? So God has not forgotten you. You're not forgotten. That's what they want you to believe. But you're not. You see? And we're going to fulfill this covenant. Our people are going home. So whether they like it or not, we're going home. And the reason why they don't want to go home, they don't want you to go home, because if you go home, that's their destruction. If you lift up, that's their destruction. If we unite, that's their destruction. If we get our vision, then that's their destruction. So they want the opposite. They don't want you to get nothing. They don't want you to have nothing, like you've been doing. Nothing. You had nothing. They don't want you to have nothing, because why? That's what it said. Why do you love the devil? Because the devil gives you nothing. And that's what he's gonna continue to do. Give you nothing. Because he wants to stay in power. He wants to stay the ruler. He wants to stay he wants to ruin our reality. He don't never want to see you come out. He'll never want to see you get back into your position, because that means that his position is up. And that means his destruction is near. So like I said, Satan going to keep doing what he's doing, and they're going to keep backing him. Because if Satan is exposed, then they're exposed. So Satan, they got to keep the lie going. They got to keep the mask strong. They got to keep these things, this propaganda going. But it said all things will fail. So none of these things are working. You see? And we're here hitting them with the truth, putting that pressure on them, revealing, exposing, addressing Satan. You see? Targeting and tagging and magnifying and highlighting Satan, penetrating and narrowing down who Satan is, chipping at the face of Satan and peeling back and breaking the mask and revealing Satan, shining the light on this situation here. You see? Revealing the truth. You see? As like I said, as many ones as not are having a teaching this, who not they knew the things deeper than Satan, that Satan was masquerading as an angel of light, but he's indeed Satan. You see? Constantly telling you Satan is false Israel, telling you that the scripture point to it, that his actions point to it, that he is indeed a fraud, a phony, a fake. He's not who he claimed to be. It says the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. And what did Jesus say? Jesus said that your father's the devil, that your fathers are man killers, made to make mischief and shed blood, went out killing, stealing, destroying, and causing hell and misery on folks, and causing poverty and illnesses, coming with they ill, right, with their sickness everywhere. You see, that they're no good, that their ways is contrary from the fathers. You see, and their actions show. You see, it said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. They kill children. They blow up children. You see, they kill innocent women and children. You see, they force people off their land and steal their land and put them in concentration camps and put them on and prevent them from getting their families supplies they need to survive. You see, cutting them off of food and water and heat and things of that nature to survive. You see, and blowing up people. That's what they do. And now they out causing destruction and hell and at war because they're under pressure. They're losing discipline. They're losing control. You can see that they're going out. It's like strangling a person. They fighting like hell to gain control. They fight like hell to break loose. So they're going to fight like hell. You see them acting up, getting into it. That's just evidence that they they're about to be choked out. You see? So they're acting out in that manner because their life is on the line. Their lives is short. Their breath, they're at their last breath. You understand? So they don't have much left. So they got to do all they can do before they out. And that means taking you out with them. You see? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep talking about Satan. We're going to keep reminding you about your enemies, telling you about the thief, the robber, the one who stole your identity, the one claiming to be you, the one that's blocking this message, the one that has the momentum going in the wrong direction, going against you, the one, the antichrist. You see? The anti-Semite, the real anti-Semite. You see? Them. They're against the seed of Abraham. So they're the anti-Semite. It says the blasphemy, which is the act against God. They're in violation. They're the anti-Semites. You see, because they hit everybody with that title because they're under pressure, because they're being exposed, because they're being targeted. You see? So that's their tactic they use. Try to hit you with anti-Semitism. But they're the anti-Semites. You see? It's only going to get worse. These things are only going to get worse. Their attack is only going to be worse. Their hatred is only going to be worse because no one's buying it. Like I said, it said all things will fail for them. That's exactly what's taking place. No one's buying what they're doing anymore. No one's they're tired of their crap. And what they say don't add up, don't match up with their actions. So they're done for. You see? Okay, brothers and sisters. So this is a Semite's vision. This is the Abraham covenant, which the black man and woman of America are the only ones who fit the description. But since we have people that claim to be you, claiming to be who you are, So this is the Semites' vision. This is the Abraham covenant. This is the seed of Abraham's vision. So they should be able to fit this description to a T. So let's see if they do. So it says, and God said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be sojourners in a land that is not theirs. Okay. So right here it says, know of a surety that thy seed, the seed of Abraham. But didn't Jesus say that their father's the devil? So they're not the seed of Abraham, they're the seed of the devil. So this is an indication that that it's not talking to them. So then it says what? Sojourners in a land that's not theirs. So it means to be temporarily in a land that's not theirs. Okay, so they claim to be the Egyptians, or they claim to be the Israelites that were delivered out of Egypt. Okay, so they went from Egypt to Palestine. Well, it says you be temporarily in land that's not yours. So how did you end up going next door, right across the street? That's right there. You see, they still in the east. They stayed in the east. It says you'll be there temporarily, and land is not yours. But that's still the same. That's still next door. That's right across the street. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because they're still in the same. They're still in the east. They're still in the Middle East. They're still over there in the east. You see. So in order for it to be foreign or strange, they would have to go from east to west or west to east. So it's obvious that they're not who they claim to be. So then it also says here that what? That the seed of Abraham will go through servitude and affliction for 400 years. And they did not go through that. They went through the Holocaust for 5-6 years at the hands of their own doings. This is what they did to themselves. They betrayed their country. They helped Britain win the World War One. They helped Britain win World War One against Germany. So they were being burnt up and put in gas chambers because of their betrayal of their country. You see? So they played that boohoo card. They played that sympathy card. And they were indeed traitors. And what happens to traitors? They get executed, which is a universal concept. So no one, at first they played that role like they was innocent until you found out they was chopping off babies' heads. That's exactly what they were doing. They're not innocent. They were chopping people's heads. They were chopping off babies' heads. You see? And they got caught. Now no one gives a damn. See? And that's the pressure that they under. Now everybody find out you're a traitor. You're nothing. You're worthless. You deserve to die. You see? So either way it go, they said that they didn't go through 400 years. And then when God was speaking to them, when Jesus was speaking to them, he said that the truth shall set you free. But they didn't even understand, and they told on themselves and said, "We've never been in bondage to any man." You see, what about this? What about this? Set you free or whatever? You see, we never been in bondage to any man. So right off the bat, they told on themselves that they never been into servitude. They never was enslaved to anybody. So that they don't fit the description of the Abrahamic covenant, because the Semites would have to go through servitude and affliction. You see, for 400 years, which they did not go through because they never even been in bondage to any man. And they only went to 5-6 years of the Holocaust. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They're false. They're Satan. And then it says what? Also the nation whom they serve will I judge, and afterwards they shall come out. See? So, why were they the ones being judged? Think about that. When judgment came, 1619, 2019, 2020, the year of judgment, the plague that would kill the firstborn, meaning the elderly, but pass over those with the lamb's blood, meaning you had to be original, had to have the same DNA as the lamb. But it passed over us, the original black men and women of America. It passed over Africa, Hades, because those are our brothers. They had the same DNA as the lamb. But it didn't pass over these devils. It didn't pass over these Caucasians. Didn't pass over Satan. Didn't pass over false Israel. They got hit, which was a clear indication that they were the ones that did these things for 400 years. And they were the ones under judgment, which was an indication that their days were shortened. So now you see them acting out in this manner. They're acting out in this way because they're under pressure. Their time is up. And it said all things will fail. So none of the things that they're doing is working. And all their systems are failing. All their propaganda is failing. Everything that they do, usually they win against people when they go to war, but now it's not working. You see, they're up against, right? They're up against the end for them. It's not working out for them. They're about to be destroyed. You see, they're under judgment. All things will fail. Everything will hit them back in the mouth. Boomerang effect, back at you, reverse. You see, so everything that they say they won't inherit. So they better be careful. They're talking about killing people. They're gonna be killed. So right off the bat, they're the ones being judged, and it says what? They shall come out. Come out what? They already in the land. They already claimed they're in Palestine. So what they coming out of? They supposed to be coming out around this time, 2020. After this, after the 400 years, they're supposed to be coming out now. But they already sitting in Palestine. So how did they do that? And didn't God say He had given the land? But they took the land, didn't they? They took the land by force. They didn't wait on God to bless them. They took the land and blessed themselves. And then said that they would be in peace. But they haven't been in peace since the time they've been over there. They got walls as evidence that they're not in peace. And all this war and stuff that's taking place shows furthermore that they're not in peace. You see? So they're not who they claim to be right off the bat because they took the land. They didn't wait. You see? And they supposed to be coming out now. But they haven't. They're not. They're already sitting in Palestine, right? So they claiming that these things already happened, but they haven't because we're living out the scripture. We're living out Exodus, meaning the exit. We're living these things out. You see? And they claim that the Bible's past tense. It's irrelevant. It's past date. It's outdated information, which is false. We're living out the scriptures, brothers and sisters. Not only that, it tells you exactly where God would give the seed of Abraham the land. He said, "Unto thy seed I have given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates." So if you check these coordinates, if you check the position on the map in the Middle East, this would be Arabia, Great Arabia. And where they sitting at? They sitting in little old Palestine. They sitting in Jerusalem, which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because they're supposed to be sitting in Arabia, but they're sitting in Palestine. So it's clear that these people are Satan, and that they don't fit the description of the Abraham covenant. They don't fit the description of a Semite. They fit the description of an anti-Semite. They fit the description of Satan. You see? And not only that, it says it in their name that they're not real. It says false Israel. False means fake, fiction, phony, not true. You see? Who in their right name would name themselves false Israel, which is a clear indication that you're false. False Israel is not real. And even if you check how they spell real, Israel, you see, they spell it wrong. They spell it RAEL. You see, RAEL. Those two vowels should be swapped. The A and the E should be flipped. So anything that's real should be spelled what? REAL. Israel. You see? So here we got Jew. Jewish. You see? Which that's what they call themselves, right? Those who claim to be Jews, but they're not. They're Satan. And they wish they weren't Satan. They wish they were Jews, but they're Satan. Wish. You can wish and hope, pray, and all those things, and we know wishes and prayers don't come true. Nothing has ever came out of wishes and prayers, because that's fake. That's false. That's not real. You see? Can't nothing come in existence from wishes and prayers. Only from mathematics, consequence. You see? So they can keep wishing on. You see? But they'll never be the true seed of Abraham. They always be Satan. Their father always be the devil. You see? They always be weak and wicked. You see? And then the word ish, which is the suffix word for a little, somewhat, kinda. You see? Sort of. You see? Meaning like mankind, kind of like a man. Jewish, meaning kind of Jew, kind of a Jew, sort of a Jew, not really a Jew, not really. You see? Meaning not the real deal, not exactly. You see? Like an image or something. It's not it. It's not it. You understand? So that's why they wish they were Jews. They wish they were Jews-ish. They wish they were Jewish. Not to mention the word Jew. The word Jew came from the word Judah, which is the original tribe out of Africa. A Levite tribe. A priest tribe. It's our tribe. The Levites, right, the African nations, which are Levites, you see, and they're original. The ones that are original come from original tribe, Judah. So they wish that they were original. They wish that they were right in the tribe of Judah is the seed of Abraham. So they wish they was the seed of Abraham, but they're Satan. They're the seed of the devil. They wish that they were original, you see, but they're not. They're Satan. Okay, so brothers and sisters, your enemies are all around you. Satan, these devils, demons, physical people who are plotting to destroy you 24/7. And they're not going to give up. You have to be able to identify your enemies. You have to upload this information. Get away from them. Get this information. Save yourself. Because this reality is going to be destroyed. And this information is what's going to save you. Save your people. Get you out of this hellhole. You see? Because this reality is going down. It's going down quick. And this is the information you're going to need to pull yourself up and pull yourself out. You see? Because we're going into a whole nother thing. It's going to be a whole nother reality. And the reality, the mind you have now, it's not going to work for the realities coming in. So that's why you must get rid of this reality, the American dream, Christianity, all these things that they give you. And upload this information. Get your mind. Invest in yourself. Let go of this reality. Be lifted up. Let go of this reality and be lifted up. You see? Or are you going to keep holding on to this reality and be left and be weighed down and be destroyed in the reality? Everything that you invest in it, including yourself, will be destroyed because this reality is going to be burnt up. You see? So brothers and sisters, you must be able to identify your enemies, or you are indeed your own enemy. So with that being said, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.